China's foreign ministry has reiterated its firm stance on releasing the detained Huawei executive in Canada. This came after Canada's ambassador to the U.S. said Washington plans to request a formal extradition of Meng Wanzhou. The Chinese foreign ministry also said Canada and the U.S. have violated Meng's legal rights.
Canada and the United States have abused their extradition agreement, threatened the Chinese citizen's safety, and violated her legitimate rights. We call for immediate release of Meng Wanzhou. We also urge the U.S. to revoke the arrest and stop proceeding with formal extradition.
It's that time of year again for us Chinese. After a whole year of hard work, we treat ourselves to a trip back to our hometowns. Many opt for the journey via railway. In 2018, China added 4,000 kilometers of new rail lines, and the majority of them are for high-speed trains. Reports suggest that more than half of all passengers are able to travel back home within just 12 hours. And some of them will be traveling on board sleek new trains too. For example, this one, which hit the tracks just this month. This behemoth of a train is more than twice as long as the regular 8-car model, carrying up to 1,283 passengers per trip. That's a much-needed feature for the holiday rush. Several new train models with different upgrades are also in the pipeline this year. Also, quite a number of people choose to fly home. And as you can imagine, tickets are hard to get. People are strongly advised to buy in advance, even as early as 8 weeks prior for certain popular flight routes. And here, you can actually see the peak days when most people fly home and when they return. Data suggests, however, that not all people are flying home. About half the flyers are traveling elsewhere for the holiday. Popular tourist attractions worldwide are expected to see an influx of Chinese tourists during this period. Last year, some 6.5 million Chinese people traveled overseas, and in 2019, we are expected to see more.
China's Spring Festival travel rush is just around the corner. Authorities announced that they expect this year's influx will run from January the 21st to March the 1st. The 40-day period will see nearly 3 billion passenger trips in total. The number of railway trips is expected to exceed 400 million for the first time in the country's history, and the number of trips by air is expected to reach 73 million since the reform and opening up in 1978. More Chinese people have left their hometowns to work and study elsewhere, and many of them return home to see family during the holiday season. The annual travel peak is now considered the world's largest annual human migration.